Hello, readers. Welcome to reading class with me, Miss Taylor. We are going to learn some vocabulary words that are going to help us to understand the first chapter of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. So, what you are going to need is your King Arthur packet, and we are going to learn some vocabulary words for chapter 1. All right, so let's see, here we go. The first word we have is surging, and surging is a verb, and it means pouring, rushing, streaming, flowing. And our sentence from the King Arthur stories is, people were streaming in through the gates and surging along the narrow cobbled streets. So what we're going to do in our packet, and I'm on page 3, and I will minimize this so you can see that surging is right here, surging. And I am on chapter 1. Oh, actually, if you want to write your name here, that would be a good idea, although we did write it at the top. And then I am on page number 3 in our packets. And the first word that we learned about right here is the word surging. So what we're going to do is we're going to write the word surging here on the left side in neat handwriting. And then over here, we're going to write some synonyms. And synonyms are words that mean almost the same thing, pretty much the same thing. So the word surging, let's look back. What were some synonyms for the word surging? I think we have pouring. So we're going to write the word pouring. And let's try to write 2 or 3 synonyms. So I'm going to write pouring, rushing, streaming, and now I'm running out of space. So choose 2 or 3 synonyms. And let me show you one more time what my paper looks like. So I've got my word here, surging. And again, here's our sentence. People were streaming in through the gates and surging along the narrow cobbled streets. So if something is surging, it's like pouring, rushing, streaming, flowing. So in this box over here where it says synonyms, you're going to write 2 or 3 words that mean the same thing as surging. Now, because I have showed you the words, I would like you to spell them correctly. So second grade teachers, we are quite mean and picky about handwriting and spelling. Have you noticed that? All right, so that is number 1. If you want to pause the video to finish writing number 1, you can do that, or you can finish it after. But let's go to number 2. So number 2, frustrated and despondent. Oh, let's see, what does that word mean? Despondent. Ooh, despondent is an adjective. It means hopeless, very sad, unhappy. And our sentence is, frustrated and despondent, he rode through the deserted town and was still thinking about what to do when he passed in front of the cathedral. Ooh. So if someone is feeling despondent, they are feeling hopeless. They are feeling very sad, unhappy. I hope you're not feeling despondent today. You could also think about, what would the opposite of despondent be? So here we're going to write number 2, and our word is despondent. And I'm going to write it nice and neatly on the left side here. Our word is despondent. And then over here, these are our synonyms: hopeless, very sad, unhappy. Now, if you would like to pause the video to write these down, you can, or you can come back and do it a little bit later. All right, and the next word we have, and you can see the word is bold, in boldface here, is the word menacing. Ooh, menacing is a good word. All right, let's see what menacing means. Like that little boy's face. So menacing is an adjective. It means threatening, angry, mean, evil. And our sentence is, every time Arthur opened his mouth to try to tell Hector what had really happened, Kay, that's his older brother, Kay silenced him with a menacing glare. So menacing means threatening, angry, mean. Okay, so we are going to write those synonyms in the box here next to the word menacing. Let's see, threatening, angry, mean. All right, so your paper is going to look something like this. There we go, menacing, threatening, angry, mean. Okay. And before we turn the next page, we have a couple more words to go. I should mention that up here at the top, this gives us some information about the characters. So if you haven't looked at this, and we kind of looked at this the other day, but if you didn't look at this yet, you might want to read through some of the characters. Oh, we forgot to look at this. Miss Taylor forgot. This just kind of tells us a little bit more about why we're writing these vocabulary words, because thoughtful readers notice interesting, beautiful language. They also use context clues to try to figure out the meaning of unknown words. Try to write 2 to 3 synonyms for each word. And Miss Taylor is helping you to give you some synonyms, because sometimes it can be hard to use context clues, but we will keep working on that, kind of using the sentence to figure out what the word means. All right, let's go to the next page. We have 2 more words to go for today. So 2 more words we have are unabated and jubilantly. So what we could do is we could get ready by writing the words here. So the word is unabated, this word, and then the last word we're going to do for today is jubilantly. So maybe we could make a prediction, kind of a guess at what this word means. The huge uproar. It's like, oh, lots of noise in a big crowd. Continued, unabated. What about this one? Arthur was carried jubilantly into the cathedral. He was carried into the cathedral. How was he carried? Jubilantly. Making some predictions? All right, let's find out. There's menacing. Unabated. Okay, unabated is an adjective that means without stopping, nonstop, kept going. So the huge uproar continued unabated. In other words, this loud sound and people really excited. It just keeps going. So on our paper here, we're going to write without stopping. Nonstop. Or you could say kept going. So my paper looks something like this. Unabated, without stopping, nonstop. All right. And the last word we have for today is jubilantly. Jubilantly is an adverb. It means joyfully, happily, merrily. Arthur was carried jubilantly into the cathedral. People are so happy. So jubilantly means joyfully. Maybe you've done something jubilantly, joyfully, happily, merrily. All right. So here is jubilantly, joyfully, happily, merrily. And let's see. All right, so those are our words for today. We have, in chapter 1, we have surging, which means pouring, rushing, streaming, flowing, some kind of a crowd that's surging through the narrow cobbled streets. We have despondent, hopeless, very sad, unhappy, menacing, threatening, angry, mean, evil. Ooh, ooh. unabated, without stopping, nonstop, and jubilantly, joyfully, happily, merrily. All right, so second graders, that is all for today. So for today, we're just working on the vocabulary words for King Arthur. And then tomorrow, we're going to start reading the chapter, and then we'll work on some of our study questions together. But for today, your assignment is to just finish our vocabulary words. So we have 5 of them. So you're going to take a picture for Miss Taylor so I can see your beautiful vocabulary work and your synonyms. You're going to take a picture of page 3 and the top of page 4. And then tomorrow we will work on reading chapter 1 and answering some study questions. Have a wonderful rest of your day, readers, and I will see you soon. Bye.